Take what I'm about to say with a pinch of salt because I'm not really a smart guy, to be honest. But if you don't know me, I run two school communities and I'm also a top 10% earner on school. This school community that I run makes me 47.75 USD per month, which is $6,500 Canadian. And I've done this all with quite a small channel called Tragically Chill, which is the channel that you're watching right now. And I get a few views, right? 25,000 views in the past 28 days, 47.75 per month. I am quite frankly happy with that. It pays my bills. It allows me to invest and it allows me to build for my future. So what I wanted to talk about here is basically why most people don't really have that magic when it comes to their YouTube channel. So let me paint you a picture before I get into any like nitty gritty details. Most educational YouTubers that I see, they just don't have that. You could probably call it swag. They don't have that aura. They don't have videos that get people to actually watch them, and they end up making no money at all for a variety of different reasons. And the reason why I think this is so important to talk about is because you don't necessarily need to have millions of subscribers or even tens of thousands of subscribers or even tens of thousands of views to make money online selling any sort of digital product, whether it be school, whether it be a course, whether it be anything really, a software, whether it be freaking one-on-one high ticket coaching. And this is for a variety of reasons, but let me paint you a picture. Basically, as most of you guys know, in 2026, and this has been prevalent since fucking 2015, 2016. Back in those days, it was a lot different. But let's just say the span of 2022 to 2026. In those 5 years, the space of educational YouTube, you could say, the space of like course sellers, the space of people selling a product online has been massively saturated, in my personal opinion. And what I mean by saturation is that basically everyone wants to sell a course online. Everyone wants to make money online. And what's the easiest way to make money online? Sell a course, sell something, sell a program, build a personal brand, etc. Now, the problem with this, and this is what I wanted to talk about here, is that if everyone is doing something, that means there is a shit ton of competition. Now, for some backstory on me, I started selling paid communities in 2021 is when I first started my first ever Patreon in a completely different space. And I made a killing because I was in the right niche at the right time and everything fell into place. I made over 100K. But if I were to do the same exact thing that I did before, it would not work for a variety of different reasons. But one reason being, and one of the biggest reasons being, is people have something called pretty much like guru LARP fatigue. So let me fucking paint you a picture here before I drop a little bit of game on you. And by the way, my video sucks, so I really don't care if you click off this. Anyways, let's get here. Let's get the whiteboard going. So what is guru fatigue? Any questions? Gotcha. You can't ask me a question because this is a YouTube video. Anyways, what guru fatigue is, in my opinion, is basically everyone's trying to sell some shit online and everyone sells terrible products online. And what this means is that everyone makes terrible YouTube videos online. Everyone basically is making so much content out there into the world that when you start coming up on YouTube, on Instagram, on any social media platform, let's just take YouTube, for example, because that's what I know. I'm not going to sit here and, tell you that I'm really good at Instagram, for example. But when you go into the space in whatever niche you're in, you could be in quite like, frankly, anything. People won't trust you because they think you're going to sell another shitty product that everyone's already sold them in the past. I have personal experience with this. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on one-on-one coaching, paid group coaching, courses, you name it, everything. I actually quite recently bought a like $2,000 USD coaching program, which it was not, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really need it, but I bought it. Now, I'm saying this to say that everyone's really tired of buying shit online. And the problem with this is that people don't trust you. People don't trust you and they think you are scummy. I get comments like this all the time on my YouTube channel saying I am a LARP, I am a guru, I am a grifter, I am, this, that, and the third, and that I sell a pyramid scheme online. Now, am I saying that I'm angry at these people? Am I saying that, oh, like, fuck you, like, blah, blah, blah? No, because I get it. Because everyone on YouTube is trying to sell you something. That's just the name of the game. People don't make content for the love of the game. Actually, let me rephrase that. A lot of people make content just to make content, but if you're watching this channel, you want to make money. So how do we solve this? Now, there's a variety of different things that you need to do to solve this problem, but let's just break it down. You want to make money, right? Let's just say you want to make 2K per month online. 2K per month, 20 times 100 bucks a month for 20 people, that's 2K. 50 members at $50 is 2K, I believe. I'm not really that good at math. Let me check real quick. 50 times 40, sorry. 50 times 40 members is 2K. And then $25 at like 80 members, I believe, is 2K. Now, let's just say you need to convince 80 people to buy your $25 a month product. Before we even get into YouTube and like how you fucking build a YouTube brand that people trust, you first need to understand this. One thing that's been really pissing me off recently that I just see time and time again is that everyone tries to sell the same thing online. Let's just say, for example, you are in the freaking fitness niche. A lot of fitness guys that I've talked to, and there's a lot of fitness guys just in general because it's kind of an easy niche to break into, especially if you're jacked and like you have a desirable body that people want, right? Every fitness guy that I see makes the same videos, makes the same product, makes the same thing, does the same exact thing that everyone else does. But this is the problem, and the problem lies in your product. Your product does not look unique. Your product doesn't bring something new to the table, and your product doesn't basically like put the thing that you're trying to solve for this specific person into perspective for that person. And basically they just see your thing as like the thing that everyone sells in that niche, in the fitness niche. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but let me give you an example. The reason why Chill Money University has been so effective for the size of my channel, and just like keep in mind, I have 5,000 subscribers and I started this school community at 500 subscribers, got my first paying member at 500 subscribers. And my last video is a 9 out of 10. My videos don't really do that well, but I don't really care because it makes me money. It makes me $47.75 per month in monthly recurring revenue. Gotten 5,000 visitors over the past 30 days. It's pretty chill. And keep in mind, this isn't my only school community. I have a Winners Club, by the way, which is a whole another can of worms, but it's made me a lot of money. Now, how do I do this with a small channel? And it all goes back to the product. Basically speaking, if you bring Chill Money University and just break it down into like what it actually is, it's just make chill money online with school and YouTube. And if you break it down even further, CMU, the reason why people have joined CMU is because they want to make money with school and YouTube. Now, the way I differentiate myself, which I will say, there's a lot of people that teach grow on YouTube. There's a guy named Boggs. There's a guy named like whatever. There's a million freaking people trying to teach YouTube and like how to grow a YouTube channel, whether it be educational, entertainment, etc. There's a million people that are trying to sell a way or trying to sell a community on how to make money online. This is how I differentiate myself. It's with content and it's with an actually good offer that makes a lot of sense. If you read this here, get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and make money on school in 12 weeks. Very simple offer. Then some proof. I made over 250K online with my school community's Winners Club. And this one you're reading by posting simple, non-edited content on YouTube paints a picture. CMU is the guide / coaching for school and YouTube that I wish I had when starting from zero. Exactly what CMU is. And then a 3-step program. Grow your educational YouTube channel, make simple content that gets views, and then launch a school community. And even if you look at this image here, this is exactly what you get inside CMU. You learn how to set up your YouTube channel, then ideate, then make thumbnails and titles, then make valuable content, then launch your school. It's something that's so simple, but it works so well because A, It's something that's very structured and it's like simple, straight to the point. You instantly know exactly what you're going to get when you get inside CMU. And B, this is an important part here. It's designed in a way that looks different than anyone else's Skool community on how to grow on YouTube, on how to make money with Skool, etc. But C, which is the most important thing, and this is the fucking like meat and potatoes of this video, and I had to stretch this video out to 10 minutes before getting to the actual point because I need I don't know, to be honest, I'm just this is a really sucky video, but what I'm going to say is C, the reason why the Skool community has done so well is because I've found a formula that works for my YouTube channel that portrays me as the person that they want to learn from. You need to understand that there's basically a million people that do the same thing as you, that are making videos teaching you how to do something and selling something online. So you need to keep that in mind when you're starting a YouTube channel. And you need to understand that, quite frankly, you are not special. You are starting from scratch and people don't care about you. And the way to make money online is to make people care about you. And again, this is what I want to talk about because this is what makes money. To summarize all this before I get into like what I've done to make people care about me, is that everyone has guru fatigue. So if you come off as a person that is just trying to sell something and your videos have no soul and you're just making content in hopes of making money online and you freak out because your 10th video still doesn't have any views, then you're simply not going to win because you're kind of doing it for the wrong reasons. You just want to make money online. There is a little bit of, there's this weird thing that happens, right? Where everyone wants to make money online. I want to make money online. I want to make more money. I want more investments. I want to buy a house. I want to do this. I want to do that. And how do I do it? I got to make money. I got to provide people value and get eyeballs on my product. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing that everyone misses. You can't do this if you don't actually like what you do. The thing that I tell people inside CMU and the people that I've coached before is the thing that you should start a business on is the thing that you can make videos for 6 months straight and not give a fuck if it doesn't get views or not. It should really be viewed as a hobby. It shouldn't be viewed as something that like you have to like do in six weeks. It's not like a fucking race to a million or nothing. It's something that is basically considered a side project until it makes you income, like actual sustainable income. So before I get into like what makes this YouTube channel so, you know, quote unquote magical, and by magic I just basically mean like people trusting me enough to buy from me, is I need to tell you the mindset that I had growing this channel in the first place. So if we go back here to my oldest videos, this first video right here, I'll give you a quick little story. I didn't have any expectations on growing this YouTube channel. I was actually growing a YouTube channel called Money Maxing at the time, which I still run actually, which I'll show you here. This channel, Money Maxing, that I was making videos on, and basically I have a Skool community on how to grow on YouTube just for like ad revenue and shit like that. But quite frankly, I got kind of bored of this channel and I didn't really like the business model that I was in. I low-key don't really like talking to just like entertainment YouTubers, to be honest with you. I still do. I still run my Skool community, but I'm not really trying to make like, you know, a shit ton of videos and like grow Winners Club, etc. I made my money on Winners Club and I wanted to move on to like the more business side of things, which is Skool, Chill Money University, etc. But one day I was just bored and I just saw these COD commentary guys on YouTube. I saw this guy named Vexian. If you watch my channel for a long time, you know who Vexian is. Really good YouTube strategist. But I saw that he made a tweet about people in the COD commentary space. I checked it out. Saw guys like Why Learn, JP Finance, etc. And saw they were killing it with like COD commentary videos. So I was like, fuck it, why not? Make this video here. How I make $6,500 a month online as a 23-year-old dumbass. And this was what I was making at the time with Winners Club. And all I did was just explain my business model. And it blew up. Then I made another video and then realized that I actually really like making these videos. And I kept making more and more videos. And then I dropped my Skool community called Chill Money University. Had a good offer and the rest was history. Now, what makes my channel something that people want to watch time and time again, and what makes my channel something that people watch and then later on convert into paying members. Because as you can see here, if we go to CMU's stats and then look at the member count, you can see that like every single month we grow this school community. In March, I had 73 members. In April, had 101 members. In May, 134. June, 168. July, 192. And August, 235. Crazy. So what makes people want to join CMU? Well, there's a few things. Number one is that people actually trust me. So let's put this down here. Trust. Trust is a big thing. As you know, there's a lot of ways that I can talk about trust, and I'm sure you've heard everyone talk about trust and branding, etc. But trust, in my opinion, is basically showing people that you're not perfect, and also, and this sounds really stupid, but being yourself. Being yourself in a way where it obviously paints you as the person that should help the person watching the channel. Like, for example, me, I talk about videos on like how I make money with school, but I also talk about my big ass fuck ups, my big ass mistakes, my $47,000 tax bill, for example, because I was a dumbass and I didn't know how taxes worked when I started making real money with entrepreneurship. And just what I think people need to know is that trust comes from stories. It comes from storytelling. And I'm not telling you to make a COD commentary zombies, YouTube channel about fucking like whatever the case may be, ping pong. What I'm saying though is no matter what format that you're in, and side note, by the way, format, formula, like video style, etc., doesn't matter. Just do what you like doing. Me personally, I like the COD commentary format. I like the whiteboard format. It's really easy for me to make, and quite frankly, I don't want to spend time making these videos. I have other things that I want to do. But that being said, no matter what format that you're in, I still think it's really important to make videos that you genuinely don't give a shit if they get views or not, and that you're just quite literally being yourself. Some people will have a different opinion than me, but in my opinion, this is what works best for YouTube, because I'm biased and this is what's worked for me. So give it a try. Trust. Tell stories. If you don't have any stories, fucking get some experience, man. Get out your house. You know what I mean? Like, do some shit. But statistically speaking, you probably have a couple funny ass stories that you can be telling that relates to your niche. Now, second thing is repetition. Repetition, but not necessarily repetition. It's more of building a library. This is the other big thing that really kind of pisses me off, is sometimes someone will ask me like, yo, I made 10 videos and no one bought my school community. First of all, you shouldn't be making a school community if you're starting from zero. You should grow an audience first, then make a school community. But one thing that I see is that people ask me, they're like, yo, I have like 500 subscribers, I have 1,000 subscribers, and no one's joining my thing. Like, what's going on? And typically it's like an offer issue. It's the way the school is branded. It's the way that it's set up. It's like there's something wrong on the school side of things. But also a big thing that I see when looking at their YouTube channels is basically that like they don't have a library of videos that people can go back and watch. Before I get into I'll just show you. I have 71 videos that I've made in 6 months, which is crazy. Actually, let's just see. 71 divided by 6. That's 11 videos a month. Like, that's actually kind of nutty to think about. But the reason why this is so important, and the reason why I don't even like private the videos that don't do well, I just make video after video after video after video. Because let's say, for example, someone watches this video that I made, which I really, really like. This is kind of like one of my favorite videos, and they want to watch more. Bro, they have 70 plus more videos to watch. And every time they watch one of my videos, they kind of like get to know me a little bit more. They trust me a little bit more. And eventually they build like a sort of like a one-sided relationship with me, and they eventually join CMU. For example, a few days ago, we had like a super big influx in sales recently, just because I ran a back to school sale here. 11 sales here, 11 sales here, 8 sales here, 8 sales here, and then 2 sales today. What happens is that a lot of people are watching from the sidelines. They're waiting for like that perfect moment to join your thing. And every time you upload a video and you make a video, they're like this much closer to buying your thing. If your Skool community is actually good and it looks non-shitty and it looks like there's some good shit going on in there. So a big thing is just building a library of videos. But here's the big caveat to this. Building a library of videos doesn't mean making shitty videos. And what do I mean by shitty videos? Videos that just suck. Like, you don't know how to talk on camera. You don't know what to talk about. You don't know how to talk about your thing. You are soulless in your videos. You're not being yourself, etc., etc., etc. And you get like 10 views per video and you have like 100 videos on your channel. That's not going to work. Now, my solution to this is literally these two things. One, keep making content. I know it sucks. It sucks to make videos that no one sees, but you have to do it. I've made fucking over 1,000 videos at this point, probably. But two is seeing what other people do. Like, this is what people don't understand about YouTube. They think like, okay, like let's just make a few videos and like let's see what happens. Oh, I've made videos for 2 years straight and like nothing's going on. What am I doing wrong? Well, the problem isn't, like your output or your effort, etc. The problem is that you're not watching other people's content with a mindset of like, what do they do? Like, what do they do? How did they get here? Like, what do they do in their videos? Like, how are they speaking? How are they being themselves? Like, why are they being themselves like this? Why are they saying this specific thing? Like, you're just asking why every time you watch a video. It's the thing that nobody does. No one like studies YouTubers. No one consumes YouTube with a mindset of like, oh, he did it this way because of that. And oh, he did this thing because of this. No one does this. Everyone just watches YouTube like a mindless zombie, and they just watch shit that they find fun, and like they watch YouTube when they're like eating lunch, but they never kind of like understand how and why this specific creator did this specific thing. And that's the problem. The problem is that you're not actually getting better. You're not studying the game. And it's kind of like it's like learning a language, man. Like, if you don't know French, for example, and you start learning French and you hear people speak French when you like just started learning, it sounds like gibberish. But then when you start learning French, you get on that fucking Duolingo for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You start learning a little bit more French, and then you can put together a sentence, like a broken French sentence. And then you listen to another, French group of French people speak French, and you can kind of understand what they're saying, and you can kind of understand why they're saying it. Then you eventually get fluent in French, and you can actually have a conversation with people in French. It's because you studied French, you learned French, you spoke French, you did all these things to get better at French, and now you can speak French. It's the same thing as YouTube. A lot of you motherfuckers that's actually pretty mean to say, but a lot of you motherfuckers, you make YouTube videos, you try to learn the language, you're trying to speak the language of YouTube without actually learning the words of YouTube. You don't learn the grammar of YouTube. You don't learn how to structure sentences in YouTube. You just fucking speak a bunch of gibberish on YouTube, and no one on YouTube can understand you, aka the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't understand your videos. And this is something that's so important that people just like fucking they miss. They miss this. You gotta learn the language of YouTube. How do you do it? Okay, simple. I'll give it to you. Very, very simple. This is what I've been doing for years. You just look at videos, man, and you just like break down why they did so well. For example, this one right here, this dude has 5K subscribers. This video has 24,000 views. I'll break this down right now for you. Speedrunning an AI agency from $0, cold calling plus $6,500 close on cam. So this guy's a young dude, right? Speedrunning. Who knows the term speedrunning? Young people. So this guy's obviously targeting young people. Thumbnail. Young ass dude. Young ass dudes are going to click this video because they want to know how this young ass dude is making $6,500 on camera. And these young ass dudes want to make some money. Learning from this young ass dude. People love to learn from people that look like them, right? I'm in my mid-20s. Damn, I'm in my mid-20s. Yo, I'm 24, man. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to attract people that are like 24 that look kind of like me. I don't know if I look young, old, whatever. You let me know, bro. You let me know. But again, we look at this thumbnail and we see like all the shit laid out in like a very clean aspect. And then on the top right, you can see he's like got like the speed running Mario, like Zelda shit, and like a speed run timer like on the right. And basically what I get from this video is that this dude looks really smart. This guy has the shit laid out like in plain English, right? Super organized, etc. It looks like he's got his shit on lock. And that's why people clicked on this video, because young people, they see this guy, he looks smart, and then the things that he laid out looks pretty smart, and he looks like he has like the blueprint to make an AI agency. I don't know what the hell that even means, but it is what it is. That's why this video did so well. Let's take another one here. The financial advice that changed my life, Solus, shout out to Solus. Bro, this guy just makes videos for people, I believe, that are like nostalgic about Minecraft and maybe are like older. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm done with reviewing these thumbnails because I've done this too much today. But that's the thing. Like, you gotta study YouTube, and you kind of have to like take bits and pieces of what's done well for other people and like put it in your own content. Try it, experiment, try a bunch of shit. Try random things. Just get better. And this is the last thing I'll say about this, because I'm harping on this a lot. But when you find something that gets you like 1,000 views, etc., you got to try to replicate that format, but just bring new ideas on the table. And in my opinion, if you get 1,000 views per video, 500 to 1,000 views, you're golden. You have an audience. Because imagine 500 people in a room. Imagine 1,000 people in a room. Imagine 1,000 people in your bedroom right now. Like that would be crazy, right? So if you have 500 views, 1,000 views, you have more than enough traffic to start a Skool community to sell whatever you're trying to sell. Now, the last thing I want to say is basically everyone is just trying too hard to be someone that they're not. And if you're a weird guy, if you're like awkward, if you are whatever you are, you really could be anyone that's watching this video right now. Play into the kinks in your personality. Just fucking be yourself. Simple as that. Kind of a sucky video, but I hope this helps. See ya.